Why? What? What? What is going on here? What is going on? Okay, this doesn't look horrible. Doesn't look horrible. Okay, maybe Teen Titans Go horrible, and maybe even Layers Ben 10 horrible, but it's not horrendous. Not horrendous. Okay, let's take a closer look at this, guys, and I'll tell you some facts I know about this show. So this is the latest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series, and this is the rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's all about them discovering a new sort of world under the sewers of New York City, and they discover mystic powers and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how much it has to do with because it's still Nickelodeon, and I don't know how much it has to do with their other show, the 2012 CGI one. I don't think it's related, but it is after they defeat Shredder and all that kind of stuff, and blah 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 blah. That's at least what I've heard. If that's what they do, okay. We'll see how it goes, but let's look at these designs, shall we? Okay, first I want to start with the one that's the least worst, which I would probably say Mikey. Okay, he doesn't look that bad. He looks fine for the most part. The knee guards look like something he would wear, but also look like kind of like something out of Mad Max. It's odd. I mean, most of the artwork most of the artworks of the different characters look like something out of Mad Max. I don't know. Well, go for them and you let me know if you guys think the same, because I kind of do. But yeah, his initial design isn't bad. It's not bad. It looks like a good cartoon representation of him. Though, he doesn't have his nunchucks. Instead, they gave him a stick and a ball. Okay, it's not exactly that. It's a stick with wire attached to a ball with blades on it. Which, I guess I could probably do some interesting things with it, maybe. Or they'll probably just use it like a yo-yo or something. I don't know. It's not nunchucks, so that's a shame. But it's at least, yeah, it's not a horrible chain. It's not horrible. We'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. So next we have Donatello, who I actually think looks pretty cool. Besides his oddly squared head. Is that just me? Like, he has an oddly squared head to me. I don't know. It just looks off. It looks off, and it just annoys me. It's even like looking at that. And if he has like a squared head in the show, and I think that's worse than him having a tooth missing in the CGI one. It's worse. Because like even that just looks weird. Like I was upset by that, but I'm upset more of a square head. Why don't they keep messing on Donatello? Why Nickelodeon? I like even the Michael Bay version. Okay, this little secret. I like the Michael Bay version of Donatello. I like that look. I think he looks pretty cool. Yeah, he looks really good. He's like the only turtle that actually looks really good in those movies. And then, yeah, they gave him a little buck tooth and made him like taller in the CGI one. Not buck tooth. They gave him a missing tooth in the CGI one, which annoys me for the most part, especially mostly with like the little figurines and toys. He always has that tooth missing, or has a really stupid grin on his face to hide the fact that he has a tooth missing. But I got used to it over time. But a square head, no. Donatello is my favourite turtle, so I hate when something is wrong about him. But from what I know, he is still the technical one. He's still the computer geek, and he still looks like he has a staff. It might be a bit more technical, might be able to do a couple of little electronic things with it, kind of like Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. It might be her kind of stuff that can like I don't know, do stuff. The next one here is Leonardo, the oldest and the leader of the team. No, I'm sorry. He is the party dude and one of the youngest turtles. Yep, you heard that right. He is no longer the leader, and he's also the party dude now. So I don't know what Michelangelo's role is anymore. He is no longer the party dude, but he's probably still like the cool one or something like that. Or no, he's not even that. Leonardo is the self-described cool turtle. This is where it gets bad. He also does not wield the two swords anymore. He wields a katana, like just one sword. So, you know, he lost the coolness. He was always one of the two swords, and that was awesome. That was awesome, because you could do some cool stuff with it, with the fighting and all that. But now he's just a one sword dude, and I mean, his initial design doesn't look horrendous. I like some of the tribal markings I got on him. I like the purple eyes things he has going. But you see what I mean by like the Mad Max kind of vibe? You know? Might just be me, but I kind of see it. But yeah, they just completely changed his personality, and that just annoys me. It's like his initial design, not bad, but I know his personality has changed. So we'll see what happens in the show. But from what I've heard, it's no, I'm not for it at all. This is to you, Nickelodeon. And so the last turtle here we have Waff. Why do cartoonists these days feel the need to make the strong one extremely buff like Knuckles over here? And just, what? Why? We don't need that. But that's not all. That's not all. Because if Leo's not the leader, who could it be? Can't be Mikey. Can't be Don. He's too busy with his gadgets. So all there is Waff. Yep. Waff is now the leader of the Ninja Turtles, and he's also the oldest turtle, which was always Leo, but now he's the oldest, he's the leader. What? You know what? Nickelodeon, you come here. You come here. You deserve a slap to your quat after that kind of decision. Do you guys not know the Turtles? I mean, okay, you clearly do from the CGI series, which was surprisingly enjoyable. I really enjoyed that show. But this, the writers clearly have no idea how to do the Turtles. It just annoys me. He's not the leader. He is not the leader. Okay, we have gone through 3 shows and several movies of the same thing, with all the Turtles being the same and blah 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 blah. But there's a reason they are like that. You know, we've seen it all before in the show, but each one does it in an entertaining way, like the 2007 CGI movie. My bad if I got the date wrong, but I love that movie. I love that movie. I thought the Turtles looked really great in it. Some of the humans, but the Turtles look really great. And they have the same sort of confrontation with Waff and Leo, but they duke it out, and it's amazing. The CGI and the effects and all that look really good. And it was just so enjoyable. I remember watching it the first time, and I was so giddy watching those two like duke it out, and I loved it. I loved it. I love the way those two are together, because they are brothers, and you know that. You know they are brothers because they hate each other, but as soon as something happens to one of them, they will be protecting them no matter what. They, like, the CGI one did it really well, where Leo got, like, it's very, very, like, they've done it in a few other shows and all that as well, when Leo gets taken down, and they go off to a farmhouse, and then Leo has to recover and such. I did that in the 2012 series, and Raph was by him the entire time. He was looking after him and just sleeping by his bed all the time and completely looking after it, even though he pretty much he hates Leo, but he's his brother and he loves him. And they do it so well in a lot of the shows and such, where they have this dynamic where Raph wants to be the leader. He thinks he's better than Leo, but and then they I don't know, it's just that dynamic, you know. It's just how things work. I know things change over time, but it's just how things work on for the Turtles. Raph is always the one who wants to be the leader. He needs to learn that, because he's the brute. You can't have the brute as the leader, because then he's just going to run in charge in there all the time, watching attack people and just blah 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 blah. And it's just not going to work. Leo is the level-headed one. Yes, he can get in the way sometimes because he just wants to do it his way. But he understands how things should work most of the time. Sometimes, yes, you need that brute to go do things, but you need the level-headed one. And that's what Leo is. And he controls Raph, because he's just the brute who just wants to do things. So there's that dynamic, and it works. It works really well, Nickelodeon, okay? You know, it's just one of those things that you just don't change. Because it's memorable when they get into fights and such. And because then something always will happen to Leo, and then Raph realizes his mistake and then has to go fix it and such. And it's very redeemable. It's very brotherly to do. You know they are brothers, and that is the heart of the show. But guess what? They took that out as well. They are no longer brothers. Unless their mum or dad got around a bit. Because now they are all four turtles are different species. They are different species of turtles, so they are no longer brothers. Not by blood anyway, by spirit, yeah, sure. But it's not the same. It's not the same. Even though, yes, they came from a shop, from all we know. And so it probably doesn't mean they were brothers. It just happened to be in the shop at the same time. But we all go by, they are brothers. They are brothers by blood. But now they are just in spirit, and it's just not the same. It's really not. So that's kind of upsetting. I kind of get it, but I really don't. Maybe just so they can alter the designs just that little bit, but the only one that is dramatically different is Raphael. So I don't get it. I really don't. And yeah, they just lost that dynamic. So I don't feel like this show will have the heart that the other shows did. Okay, sure, the original 80s one was a little ridiculous, and Raph was more of a cocky. He was very much like Mikey, just a little bit more cocky. It wasn't until the movies that they actually changed his personality into what we know, and that's the way it should be, because it works really well. I don't know, maybe they just didn't, maybe because this show is meant to be kids friendly. It's very much meant to be a kids show, which it's stupid, because it's not, it shouldn't be, it really shouldn't be. They did it with the 80s one. Why not just bring them out on DVD and box sets and such? Yes, they do have them on DVDs, but at least what I've seen at the shops, they're very difficult to get the whole set of. They did it. They released them oddly and annoyingly. There's multiple DVDs of them that you get 4 or 5 episodes in. No, I just wanted a nice box set of it. But yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh yeah, okay, well maybe Splinter isn't so bad. I love the 2012 version I love this Splinter. He is Daddy Splinter for sure. I do love that Splinter. I also love the 2003 version. So let's look at this version, chat. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. He looks like a naked mole rat that has growing hair on his face and isn't pleased about it. What? Oh God, no. Okay, maybe it's just this one pose. Maybe in the show he'll be okay. Oh my God. Goodbye, childhood. Goodbye. Okay. Last one. Okay, now we have April. And I will mention this. I will do a quick mention. She is African American. That's not a bad thing at all. I don't really care. I don't really care. My problem is she looks like Irma. She looks like Irma. Am I the only one who sees that? No, I can't be. She looks like Irma. She does not look like April. Besides, like, wearing yellow. Which, I do admit, I love the fact that that's her colour. Like, all the turtles have their colours, and then, like, she has a colour. I do love that. But, yeah, she doesn't look like April. It's off-putting. And, like, I'm curious, because she's wielding a baseball bat of some sort. Some mystical baseball bat. I'm curious as to if, I don't think I have seen any news of it or anything. I wonder if Casey will be in this series at all. Because I would expect some artwork of him by now, but we haven't seen any, so I don't know. I'm curious as to if he will be in it, because he would wield a baseball bat now and then. But it's like, are they going to do something where, like, she can conjure up mystical weapons or something like that, and she'll still be like a badass character? Because the last few things they've done with April, she's been a little bit of a badass, and she can show that she does have inner strength and, you know, can fight back. So I'm interested to see what they do here. You know, it looks like they are trying to give her some strength, you know, by giving her like a bat, but like, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious to see if they left Casey out for April, for her to have all the weapons and all the strength and all that. So I'm curious. I mean, overall, yikes. I mean, okay, here's a pic of all of them. I say the art is actually kind of cool. Like, it's a nice use of colours and everything. Like, it looks nice and vibrant. Mikey looks good. Laugh looks goofy. What is happening to Leo's face? And the hell is happening over here? What is happening there? Is she riding on his shell he made into a copter? What? Oh, and don't, like, huh? He made his shell into a copter thingy? And please don't tell me they're still going to do the Donnie Loves April thing. Please. No. That is the worst, most annoying part of the 2012 series. And like I said, I actually really loved that show. I thought, like, I was a skeptic. I was a huge skeptic of it. I thought, like, the CGI thing was just going to be weird, it's going to be dumb. But the Turtles look good. And the voice acting is really well done. Have some really well-known voice actors who do an excellent job here. And like I said, I love the 2012 Splinter. And then all the Turtles really grew on me. I ended up really loving that show. And I do love the show. It's up there with, like, being one of my favourite shows, honestly. I personally love the 2003 series the most. But 2012 one is actually really good. It ends up actually having quite a few dark themes in it. Like, they end up doing something really interesting with Kawaii that was really unexpected, but man, does it drive the show. It makes it so interesting. like, I just wanted to watch more after learning that, and just, yeah, like, it really surprised me. I just don't see it happening in this show. I just don't see it. And that is a shame. It's a real shame. I was looking forward to seeing them go back to like 2D animation and such and see what they do, and it just looks like a shame. It's sad. I love the Turtles. I love the Turtles. So this is a real shame. And just the whole Casey and April and Donnie thing, it's heartbreaking because I love Donnie, but you know he's not going to end up with April. One thing, she's human, and then, you know, she's obviously going to end up with Casey in the end. And so there's this whole fight between Casey and Don all the time, which is a bit different. And, like, it's usually Raph and Casey, but this time it's like Donnie and Casey most of the time. And so they have this like new sort of dynamic, and it's annoying. There's a couple of little funny things here and there, but it's just because you know how it's going to end, and he's just getting his heart broken over and over and over again, and it's just hard to watch. I don't enjoy watching that. I really don't. Even just, yeah, why the square face? Why? So, at this point, I hope this show fails, and I hate saying that about the Turtles. I hate it. That is a horrible thing to say to the Turtles, but I hope it does, so that we can get a better show after that respects the Turtles. I mean, I really like the Turtles, but this is upsetting. And yeah, like I said, this looks like Teen Titan Go and New Ben 10 and a whole bunch of other kids shows today. It just don't give a crap about story. And it's the worst thing about a lot of these shows today, is they don't give a crap about story. And they just want to show kids bright colours and flashy colours and blah. I don't care about giving a story. I mean, if you're a kid like me, growing up in the 90s, then you would have watched Cheese TV and Toasted TV, and we had awesome shows on there. Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball Z, the 2003 Ninja Turtle series, and then we would have watched the 80s series as well, and then we had, like, a whole bunch of shows. We had a whole bunch of awesomeness. Yes, they were mostly anime, but, you know, they were cartoons to us, and we just grew up with so much. And then, like, kids shows these days are pretty much just kids shows. I don't see anything amazing like Dragon Ball Z, for example. That was amazing to watch as a kid, because it was just like this awesome cartoon. But I don't know what animation is trying to do these days. They're trying to be cheap. And that's sad. That's depressing. Oh well. What can you do? We got memories of the old ones, and that's what matters in the end. Just release them all on DVD already, on one big box set, and I'll be happy. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this rant. I apologize for the lighting if it's bad or off or something. I'm trying something new with two little light setups I have going, which will mostly be filmed. If I do use them, it'll be because it's like, at the moment it's like 2:30 a.m. It's late night, but I saw these and I had to talk about them. And so I set up these little light things. So I hope it looks fine. Let me know, okay? Let me know. Anyway, guys, subscribe to my channel to see the latest stuff as soon as it's uploaded. And give this video a like while you're at it. Alright, guys, bye for now.